You're watching The Mic Check, on every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hey everybody, welcome back to The Mic Check. And tonight we are doing in the vein of narration once again, this time corporate. So we're dealing with car narration, and Ellis has volunteered to go first. Take it away, Ellis.
Okie dokie. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. And I will pass that on to... What does that say? Let me just make sure. I will pass that on to Sean.
All right. Can you guys hear me all right? All right. Pardon the phlegm. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. And I will pass that to Michael. Are you doing it? All right.
Yes, I am. But, okay, there's no other Michael here, right? Okay, good. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alarm. It sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster. And, most importantly, the doors remain locked. All right. Next up is Jake.
Yeah, so you can tell them the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. Kyle.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster. And, most importantly, the doors remain locked. Let's go, Nathan.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe exit assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. Aaron.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. I'll pass that to Leonard.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. Who do we still have to go?
Huang, I believe,
Yeah, Huang.
because Isaac and
Okay,
Lucas
well,
are not.
Juan, go at it.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature, at first with the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, so that's everybody, right? I'm not skipping anything out on anybody. So we have Nate, the real one, and then Nathan Cundiff. So those two are one and the same, which means we only actually have 11 people on. So, okay, cool. That was everybody. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. Hey, I spoke a little too soon. Dave, welcome.
One moment.
You
I'll
have
paste that in.
arrived just in time.
He was
There you
waiting
go,
for you to
there's the
say that.
copy.
Are you just going to be observing today, Dave? Or would you like to participate? Okay, well, I mean, we've went ahead and linked you the Google Docs, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and give us a read. Yes, we are putting you right on the spot. You literally arrived just in the nick of time. So yeah, go ahead, give yourself a second, but whenever you're ready, go ahead and give us a read.
Yep, just getting my things because I literally just walked into my booth, so then just get things all settled. Hang on a minute. You can hear me, right? Perfect.
Yeah, very clearly.
Yeah, you're good.
You're coming through
You're good.
Yeah,
Good
no
levels.
pressure. Just join the Zoom chat and hey, here's your copy. Go. Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward when the system detects an approaching rearward when the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
There, you did it. Congratulations. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this script, shall we? So this is a unique script because it's pretty apparent how it's already going to be used. So let's just get that out of the way. Is this audio only or is this audio visual? What kind of a script is it?
Seems like it'd be part of a presentation.
Oh,
You know, Ellis was just getting up.
yeah. I was gonna say audio visual.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Sorry, Ellis, I did it to you again, man.
Hey, it happens. I mean, my chair's like here, my mic's here. It's just math.
Yeah, maybe we should use the raise hand feature a little bit more. We might be able to get
That can be
get a
helpful.
little bit of use out of that. But yes, this is audio visual. Now, when it comes to, I've explained this before, I'm going to go through it again. So if I'm boring you, please forgive me. But when it comes to audio visual, normally you're generally supporting images that are happening on screen. So you're normally the voice under. What that generally means is you don't want to be too loud. You don't want to be the center of attention. You want to let the imagery on screen, what's going on in front of you, be the center of attention, and you kind of want to be in the background over the shoulder of the person who's listening, and you want to direct their attention to what's happening on screen. While that's kind of happening here, this is a really special case because you are presenting the information. You are as much a part of this whole thing as anybody else, or as anything else. So you are very welcome to be a character and right up in front of everything. Now, since we're not doing any special kind of mic technique with this, since this is going to be what we refer to as a zone 2 read, a zone 2 is more of a that generally denotes mic technique. So here's the microphone I usually use on the mic check. It really is this tiny. So zone 1 would be really close up. It's within like 6 inches of the microphone, and that's supposed to be nice and calm and quiet. Zone 2 is more of the standard distance from the microphone that you want to be, pinky to thumb range. Of course, I can't really demonstrate that too well with the headset mic, but you know, here we go. That's normally your normal talking range. And zone 3 is when you're way backed up off the mic and you can be really loud. So we want this to be a zone 2 read. This is a conversational, straightforward, upfront kind of a read. But let's go ahead and talk about specifically what it is that you want to do as, or in a corporate narration. So what's the goal of this narration? What is the goal of this script? What are we trying to impart to the listener?
Buy our car.
No.
Seems,
This isn't a sales script.
This seems business to business to me. Like
It's not. This isn't business to business. This kind of a script wouldn't be business to business.
Yeah, this to me is a training video for the salespeople.
Okay.
I was gonna think that this would be like a presentation you'd show to like fans of this car company or whatever.
Presentation, yes. Fans of the car company, maybe not necessarily, because we all know how employees feel about their employers. But yes, this is clearly this is definitely a training video. What you're trying to do, you are trying to transfer that information to the minds of your listener. You're teaching them. So this is fully instructional. Now, that doesn't mean that it's dry and drab and droll. You know, we'll come up with any other D words that fit, you know, whatever. Add them to the chat if you'd like to. But that doesn't mean any of that. That just means that we have to approach the information in a very specific way. We're trying to get the person to see why this is important and what it can do for the end customer. The audience to this is going to be people who are working for the company, who are already familiar with this vehicle, and who are generally familiar with most of the features of the vehicle and of car safety in general. This is going to be a somewhat knowledgeable audience. So you're not trying to sell the feature, you are trying to educate on the feature. Now, we do have an educator with us on my screen. He's literally right down in this corner. I don't know where he is in relation to your screen, but it's Jake. So as an educator, you're going to have the hardest time with this, I feel.
Why do you think so?
Because this is different from classroom education.
Yeah, but I've also done enough training with corporate that I know it's never a bad thing to act as the smartest person in the room when you're introducing features like this.
Well, then good. Prove me wrong, please, because I realize that was a real jerk move of me. Anyways,
I don't know.
So let's get to it. When it comes to instructing somebody, when it comes to trying to impart information, what are some things that you need to do? So go ahead and think back on times where you really got into teaching somebody something new or something that you were familiar with. What were some things that you did to communicate the information to your listener? And this is where you're going to want to take notes, by the way, whether it's actually on the script itself, if you have it loaded somewhere else, or in like a notepad, or wherever you want to take notes. This is a good time to do that because this is where we're going to be talking about the read.
Well, I want to give other people a chance to talk. Those of us who've been here forever and kind of know the routine.
So Huang says, speak clearly and slowly. Yes, I would say that's definitely a technique you want to use here.
Yeah, you're the friendly expert who wants to transmit the knowledge to somebody who might be a little slow on the uptake.
Yeah, friendly, sure. Expert, definitely. You know what this is and you know what's important.
You want to make sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to make sure everybody in your audience gets it, and most of them are going to get it pretty easily. But there will be some who you might need to kind of drag along through it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to a point. I think if you try and deliver this for the lowest common denominator, it's not going to be engaging enough for those that get it quickly. And I think
you do want to be engaging.
Yeah, that's going to be your key here is you have to be engaging. You have to be passionate about this, which is why I said never be afraid to be the smartest person in the room. Imagine you designed this or you had a hand in building the prototype or something along those lines so that it matters to you. Because if it doesn't matter to you, then the 500 salespeople in the auditorium that you're doing this presentation for are going to be on their phones and not care.
So there we go. We now have a character established. You are the subject matter expert on this. You helped design it. You were on the team that installed it. You gave your feedback on the design during the testing period. You were some part of this particular feature ending up in the vehicle now and in this year's design model and probably into the future. So you have a personally vested interest in somebody getting this particular feature. So we've got clearly and slowly and personally invested. Is there anything else that you can think of when it comes to teaching somebody something, when it comes to them really grasping the information? What are things that you want to do?
Well, you definitely want to hold their attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You definitely want to be engaging, which I think goes along with being personally invested in the whole thing. So personally engaged as well.
I kind of think that also means you have to be careful with clearly, yes, but not necessarily slowly, because a lot of maybe articulately would be a better way to put it, because slowly to some people is going to mean speaking very slowly and clear. And then you're Ben Stein going Bueller, and nobody's paying attention. So I don't take your audience's intellect for granted, I guess would be the way I put it. If you try and relate to them about this as though they have no idea how to do anything other than tie their shoes and chew gum at the same time, then you're going to alienate most of them.
But you want to be slow enough so that they have time to process the information as you lay it out.
I agree. I think that means the pacing needs to be, you give breaks for them to take notes or process what you've said, rather than you say each word slowly or you space out each word in a sentence. See what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And by the way, Dan, I love what you've named yourself. Just throw that right out there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the Dan rule, man.
You want to read today?
I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
no problem.
I will. I'll probably read one.
Okay. Would you like to do that now? You just did time for the cold read.
Let me go get my headset on.
Okay. Well, while he's doing that, something else that I wanted to mention was you got to know where you're going with the script. This isn't just a collection of concepts. This isn't just ideas that have one stacked on another. This is a flow. You're moving in a direction. You're telling a sequence of events and a sequence of importance here. So understanding that is really, really key. For instance, in that last paragraph, that is all a sequence of events, and you need to treat them as though they are a connected set of events. So some common pitfalls there are when the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster. And most importantly, the doors remain locked. So you saw that between the two ellipses, I ended the ideas. I ended off on a down note. You don't want to do that necessarily. You want to make sure that all of these interconnect. You know, you're sort of guiding their attention around the vehicle as these things are happening. You know, when the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. So we've gone from behind the vehicle through, you know, we see the warnings flash for all of the passengers. Then we sort of zoom in on the front driver's center console, and we see that, and then we go back out, and it shows the doors not opening up. So, Dan, why don't you go ahead and give us a read?
All right, let me move it over here. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked. Yeah. I know I'm Dan rolling myself.
Oh, nope. You were saying nothing.
I said nothing. I said I was Dan ruling myself in my head, and it came out.
Well, anyway, let's go ahead and actually talk about the script itself. So we're starting over here. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. So what is the script doing here? If we could sort of break this into almost like a story structure, what is that right there?
It's your introduction.
It's a definition before the object.
Mhm.
Right, right. That's your goal. Is you're going to talk about safe exit assist. So it's your introduction. It's the thesis to everything that you're going to be saying. I hope I'm using that word right. You can correct me if you want to, Jake. But
Not a chance. I will say one thing that you often point out that I think is important here is, as much of a pain as it is to say it properly, that safe exit assist is the full name of this feature and needs to be sort of bracketed by itself.
Yes. So one of the things I'm a major fan of is using brackets, square brackets specifically, because those kind of are a hard edge where you can hold ideas together. At least that's what I use. So when I'm trying to keep certain ideas or concepts together, I will use square brackets to make sure that it stays as one solid idea. So just like Jake pointed out, safe exit assist is one idea. If you were going to mark it up some way, you can highlight that whole thing. I would say square bracket it just to make sure that you hold all of that together. But that is an idea. Another one is advanced safety feature and first for the manufacturer. First for the manufacturer is all together. Don't miss that.
Would you guys, and this is just for the group, would you consider that underlining first a trap? Because I feel like
yes,
it's so easy to be like, and a first for the manufacturer, and like that's not that's a salesy tone.
See, for me, like when I read it, just doing my pre-read, I saw the underline. I was like, okay, so they want that at least noted, and a first for the manufacturer instead of and a first for the manufacturer. It's and a first for the manufacturer. It's the adjective that they want noted for sure. That's the way I read it.
I think that's important though, is the word you're using is exactly what I would say is they want it noted. They don't necessarily want it billboarded.
Right. Because again, this is not a sales script. That's
Right.
not a sales feature. This is just a point that you're trying to make. It's a first for the manufacturer.
Correct.
All right. Moving right along. Second paragraph or the second sentence. What is the point of it? What is that doing?
Dan, you're crackling like crazy. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. My computer blue screened a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's fun. So that second paragraph, what is it doing? What's the next part of it? Jake is trying to keep himself quiet here because he knows exactly where I'm leading this. Go on, anybody. This is open to whoever.
It's explaining the safe assist feature.
It's your general overview. Yeah. That's sort of we're doing the umbrella announcement, and then we're starting to funnel down into specifics. So that second is your general overview. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. So that is, we're starting to break it down a little bit more. So we've introduced the concept of safe exit assist, and now we're going to this feature temporarily prevents doors, the overview, the general idea. Now we're starting to move into specifics. So technically the last two sentences, safe exit assist works and when the system detects, are part of the same section of the story, and that's the main body. This is what's happening. These are the events of the story. So chapter 1, safe exit assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. That is how you turn this on. And then it goes through the entire action, like we talked about before, of what safe exit assist does. Sorry, what were we going to say, Dan? Okay, I guess nothing. So again, we want to make sure that our tone through this whole thing. So our character is somebody who's familiar with this technology. We've either helped develop it or helped install it. We have a personal vested interest in the technology. Our tone should be personally involved, measured, so careful. And what were some of the other ones that we came up with?
You said invested, engaging.
Okay, so personally involved, invested, and
Right.
engaged. And then ultimately, you want to tell the story of what's happening. You have your introduction, safe exit assist. You have overview, what it does. It prevents the doors from being unlocked. And then you have the story, how it actually plays out. You turn it on by turning on child safety lock. Then this is what happens when it detects an incoming rearward object. So does anybody have any questions or comments or anything?
Not how I read for the child safety part, the child safety lock part. It didn't tell you that it's turned on. It says that it's engaged even with a child. That's the way I understood it.
That's sort of the way I took it as well.
It wasn't turned on with the child locks. It's automatic. And then the child lock is also assisted by the safe exit assist.
That's why I was saying that about it maybe being an inverted triangle, because each paragraph is sort of narrowing down what you understand to be very specific about safe exit assist.
Okay. I can see that. I totally accept it. Again, I'm not perfect. I'm just the guy who's doing most of the talking right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think that this is implying that the audience already knows what the child lock feature is, so I feel like that would be clarified. As if we had all that information, we would know just contextually what that means.
Okay. Well, then I'm totally cool with accepting that just as is. So does anybody have any other questions, comments, anything about any parts of the script that we haven't gone over yet?
I think one other thing to be careful of and avoid, and again, it goes along with the avoiding the salesy read, but be careful of that very last line, overemphasizing it. Like you don't want to get too, and most importantly, the doors remain. I mean, you don't want to, you keep your car. This is not like a check cashing thing or something like that. So just note it. I love Dan's word, note it, but don't go above even keel.
Okay, so if there's no other questions, comments, concerns, anything like that about the script, then let's go ahead and dive back in. Ellis, you're up first. Go ahead and give us a read.
Okie dokie. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, let's open it up. What did everybody think of that read?
I got more of an e-learning vibe from it than.
Okay, and what specifically gave it that e-learning vibe?
I am not exactly sure.
I think it was the
That's
pacing.
it might have been the pacing.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like he was actually talking to me. It sounded like he was on the other side of the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would
And
say
kind of-
even e-learning probably shouldn't sound that much like that, but it was definitely detached.
Yeah, almost sound like
Yeah.
e-learning for a younger set. Like I said, it was something in the pacing, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good read. It's mostly there. My one thought that dovetails with what everyone else is saying, is it sounded like it was one notch too high on the sales meter. So if that was a 5 on the sales, then dial it back to a 4.
Okay. Yeah. Again, focus on your character this time around. Remember, you helped make this thing. Like, you know it inside and out. This is your baby. So tell us about that. Go for it from the top.
Okie dokie. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. How was that?
I felt like you had better energy that time. It felt like you were definitely more invested in someone kind of buying into this, but something happened to your pit, like you pitched up. I couldn't tell if it was volume or pitch, but one was a little bit higher as a result. And I'd rather it stay more down in your normal range, but with that same energy.
Okay.
My direction on this would be to imagine that your grandmother is sitting in front of a computer terminal and she's not quite sure what she's doing and she's a little nervous about it. And you're telling her, Grandma, first you press this button, then you press this button, or whatever it is she needs to do to get through it. Have that kind of energy in your mind as you approach the script.
Okay. From what I heard, the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers, a warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. I actually thought that was your best read so far.
I thought that was his best read as well.
I agree. And honestly, I felt like you were exactly where you needed to be, which surprised me. And I'll tell you why in a minute, not because of anything with you, Ellis, until that last paragraph. Leonard, man, I love you, but I hated that direction.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely hate. And the reason for that is if I'm a salesperson and this is something that they're trying to instruct me on so that I'm prepared, I'm checking my email halfway through, because if somebody is trying to explain it to me, like helping grandma work a PC, I feel like, but somehow rock on, Alice, because you took that direction and your first 3 paragraphs I thought were really solid. But that last paragraph, you're giving those ellipses a little too much love. And so as a result, it comes across as like, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver. Like, you don't need to give it that much space to breathe.
All right.
But again, overall, this one was very easy to follow. It was you had a good, solid, not only pace throughout, but also engagement. Like your personal, the energy that you gave it was really natural. It was a very natural read. So
thank you.
You did good. All right, pass the baton off to Sean. Sean, you're up. Go ahead and give us a read.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers, a warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
All right, opening it up. What did everybody think?
I didn't feel any engagement. It felt like he was just robotic almost.
Hey, it was kind of fast.
Yeah, slow down 20%.
Yeah, I think he was saying it too fast, almost like he was just breezing through the entire script.
That is one I get a lot. The other thing is that like my voice, my speaking voice has like a lot of variation in it. So I try to like bring the more youthful one into it, but sometimes that I bring the energy up too high, and then up with the pitch goes with the speed, and it all kind of jumbles like that.
Michael, I think you should let Dan explain this one.
Okay. You broke the rule, but that's okay. You get a freebie here. Dan will explain what the rule is. Dan, would you be?
Yeah. So back when I first started joining these guys, I got so used to, I was already used to self-directing by being in studio. Yeah, I had a problem with directing myself in this group. So they instituted a rule. It's now the Dan rule. It is when you are performing, you are the performer. You are not a director. You do not direct yourself. You allow everybody else to do that for you. Yeah, pretty much. And when you're not performing, you get to be a director. That pretty much covers it.
Yep. That's pretty much it. That is the Dan rule. When you are behind the microphone, when you are up to read, you are a performer. You're not the director. We are your directors. So.
And by the way, the Dan rule has helped me in live, like in studio practice, because I still want to say something, but I don't because of my work with these guys.
So it's okay. We're not going to come down on you any more than that. Just remember, when you are performing, you are the performer. Period. Now I know that's different, obviously, when you're on your own. Absolutely 110% understand that, but you can still apply the Dan rule even when you're doing your own solo auditions. When you are in the booth, when you're actually up to the microphone reading, focus 110% just on your performance, period. Sorry, I smacked my microphone. Focus just completely on your performance solo. But then when you're done, when you're reviewing it, that's when you can take off your performer hat, put on the director hat, sit in the chair, and what you're going to do. Now, yes, that was too quick. Let's just start by slowing it down a little bit. So just give us another read a little bit slower. Go for it.
Right. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, safe exit assist.
Slow down more.
More?
Yeah.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, safe exit assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe exit assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers, a warning pops up on the driver center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Now, with that one, after Leonard told you to slow down, you were right spot on with your pace. That was absolutely perfect. And then you sped back up. So at least you're consistent in keeping up the pace, but let's see if we can't bring that back a little bit more. Other than that, I don't have much to say about the performance itself. I think it's really going to transform once your pace is set and measured throughout the whole thing. I don't know, does anybody else have anything else they'd like to say? Any other feedback, input?
I was going to say, I noticed exactly what you're talking about. I didn't think he sped back up as much as he had been going. So it was still better. It was definitely a better read. But the moment you hit, even when the doors are unlocked, I could kind of feel that pace kicking back up again. So, start where you were when you reset after Leonard told you to slow down and stay there. Maintain that consistency.
So go ahead from the top.
Right. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, safe exit assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers, a warning pops up on the driver center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think?
I heard a hint of frustration at the beginning, but then it started going away as you progressed through the script. Other than that, I thought that was your best read so far.
I thought it was solid. It actually, by slowing down the pace, I felt like you also lost a little bit of your connection. It felt a little more detached. So I don't want your passion or excitement for this design feature that you've brought to this company to go away just because we're asking you to cut your speed back a little bit.
All right. Give us another read.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first from the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
That one was much more measured, really solid that time. I think you really got the correct speed and everything down. You really incorporated that all really well. What did everybody else think?
Yeah, I think so too.
I would probably trim the breaks in that last paragraph, but other than that, I felt that was a really solid read.
Yeah, on both.
Go ahead.
On both of the last two reads, my only little nitpick is that you didn't really highlight the first. It would help to have a pause after the first. So, and a first for the manufacturer instead of, and a first for the manufacturer.
We decided that we weren't going to billboard that.
Well, not billboard, but it's still underlined for a reason.
But again, I think in general, those are kind of minor. And yeah. I think overall, it's just, I mean, when you slowed your pace down and you added that little bit more energy back into it, it was right where you needed to be. Like you hit the mark. So yeah, it was just some minor adjustments. And thankfully, the length of the pauses can be trimmed down in post. So that wouldn't be necessarily a deal breaker when it comes to the take. So yeah, overall, solid. Okay, and if you're not sick of hearing me speak, I'm up to read. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked. Okay. What did y'all think?
Really solid. I do have one little nit if you want it.
Please.
On the alert for passengers, you kind of breezed by the alert, and I'd give that word a little more love. So instead of an alert for passengers, an alert for passengers.
Okay. All right. Jake, you can uncover the mouth now. Go for it.
Guys are killing me here. Nobody else?
Well, let's see. Go ahead and say it and then open it up. See if anybody else feels the same way.
I think the biggest thing was I loved your pacing, but as a result of your pacing, you got a little, or at least for me, you crept a little more into the pain point salesy read with even when the doors are unlocked. And most importantly, the doors remain locked. And I think by hitting a period after each of those, you're hammering them home rather than just talking to a field of peers, of other people that you work with. Maybe they work a few steps below you, but they're still semi-equals.
Okay. Does anybody else agree with that? Did anybody else hear that as well?
Well, give us another read and we'll see.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
That was better
Happy?
for me. Go ahead, Leonard.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I was gonna jump in right before you started, but I agreed with Jake. There was kind of a like a thing at the last three words there. I feel like you kind of evened it out this time.
Okay. Yeah, and that's
I
fair.
liked it more.
That's totally fair.
I'm a simple man. I liked what I heard.
Well, there's always room for improvement, but I do appreciate that. Okay, well, if we're all happy with that take, let's go ahead and move on. Jake, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, so one of the nice things you can tell them is the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up to everybody. What did you all think of Jake's read?
This is a bit of a nitpick, but I felt like when you said child lock feature, it felt a little spaced. It felt like child lock and feature were two separate concepts.
Okay. Did anybody else get the same thing?
Yeah, it came across kind of like child lock feature,
Yeah.
but
Good
that
here,
was
Ellis.
like the only thing. I wouldn't even have brought it up if Alice hadn't, or whoever it was hadn't brought it up. But that was the one little teeny tiny that I had.
Yeah, otherwise,
Well, I mean-
I was popping.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good. The nits, the little tiny little details we want to get into because we want to make sure that, everybody has some kind of a feedback, some kind of something. So even if it is just a nit to pick, it's still something.
Don't get better
So-
if you don't hear what's wrong.
So child safety, the child safety feature, make sure to go ahead and button that up a little bit more. Did anybody else have any other feedback for him?
I just kind of wanted to make note of
looks an interesting technique to me. It seems like you would kind of lead in with a phrase, so you'd hit the ground running with the first word. I just noticed that.
I do it not to Dan rule. I don't think that's what I'm doing, but I do that just for those that have never heard anybody do that before, because it helps me set my character. I figure if I'm already talking to the audience, then it gets into the copy easier.
Yeah, absolutely. A lead up is really, really important sometimes to establish a character. And that is a perfectly acceptable technique to use. I believe it's officially called a lead in. So
I've always heard it as a ramp, but I think as long as you know what you're talking about, yeah.
Whatever the case may be. If it's an audition, you can always just chop it right off the front and you're good to go.
Sometimes I'll leave them in on an audition, because if they hear, 50 of the 2019 model, the 2019 model, the 2019 model, the 2019 model, and then suddenly take a look at this, the 2019, it just breaks it up. You stand out for no other reason than that.
So perfectly viable, absolutely acceptable technique. But make sure to button up child safety lock, your child safety feature altogether.
You want me top to bottom or just that one
top
line?
to bottom? Top to
All
bottom.
Right.
Put it all together.
Yeah, so another new thing is the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
That wasn't your strongest read. You actually ramped in a little too quick. You started too fast. It may not have been like incredibly fast, but it was definitely a different pace than the rest of your read was, and that stuck out. So I would say with this next read, even up your pace. Be real careful of that. And on top of that, have a clear goal in mind as to how you want to end it, because both of those endings didn't feel very like you made much of a decision on them. So again, just end it with some finality when you get to that point. Does anybody else have anything? Okay, go ahead.
Almost Richarded. So another thing that you can tell them is the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, what did everybody think of that one? You get the thumbs up over there from Ellis. I'll agree. Your pacing was much more controlled and measured this time around. It was much easier to follow. I had to listen to that one with my eyes closed, and I could see exactly what was going on the entire time. So you definitely painted the visuals that time. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Any things that maybe I missed or anything at all? Okay, well, Jake, you stunned him. Congratulations. All right, moving right along. Kyle, you're up.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, what did everybody think of that read?
At the very end, started to feel a little weird. Almost like, I don't know. I don't know how I want to say this. Almost like you were starting to feel relieved and a little tired of talking about it. To the point where it's like, it's done. I can get out of the booth. I don't have to roast in this Southern California sun anymore. Oh, wait, that's me. Never mind.
Yeah, come hang out in North Carolina, humidity sport.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pass. My thought was overall a really solid read. The last line that Ellis just talked about to me sounded like you were getting a little more salesy there. Like, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
That mess up threw you off.
Yeah.
It seriously derailed not only your energy but your pacing and everything else. I don't know if that's what was going through your head, but that when you were flubbing up right there, that really messed you up. And this is so I'm gonna put this out there for anybody to use if they decide to. One thing that I like to do when I come across words that are kind of a tongue twister or kind of difficult to say, like rearward object, rearward is kind of a strange sound, is to, I mean, and believe me, I've done this in sessions before. Directors are totally going to understand, is you take that word and you really over pronounce it. You really over enunciate it, rearward. And you do that over and over again. Rearward, rearward, rearward. And then you can start incorporating it back into the line, a rearward approaching object. And then you start back over. Because you've already messed yourself up and your energy is already not right. Like your read is going to sound differently after that. So when you hit that point and it is tongue-tying you and you are stumbling over it, just make sure that you have part of your muscle memory go through the entire thing. Just slowly enunciate all of it that's messing you up. Just go through it and then back up to the beginning and take it away from the top.
I will also say it felt like you kind of dove into it pace-wise a little too fast, but you evened it out by the second paragraph and were cruising really well until, as everybody else has pointed out, and like Ellis said, you hit that stumble at the end and it just kind of it weirded everything out on the last paragraph.
So to summarize, slow it down a little bit more. Make sure your pace is normalized all the way throughout. And if you do happen to mess up, that's fine. Get through it. Take it from the top. So go ahead and give us another read.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer. Safe Exit The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer. Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, how was that read? Okay, I'll go.
Yeah. Thank you.
So your pace, You started off a little bit quick, but you were quicker to catch yourself on it this time. So you're starting to really hone in right on that pace that you need to be at. So, the adjustments are good. Let's just get you there. You want to start off from the beginning, really, you want to start off right on the right foot. Other thing that I've been noticing, and it's happened over the last couple of takes that you've given us, is that you start off very strong. Like the way that you begin is very strong. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer. That sort of, running instant, like right into the script is throwing you off a little bit. It's not throwing you off too much now, but it's still there. So I would suggest give yourself a little bit of a ramp up, even if it's just a word like additionally or something to get that hard start out of the way.
I was actually going to suggest, because Michael, I agree with you. I feel like by the time he gets to safe exit assist at the end of that first line, he's where he needs to be. So I was going to suggest lead in with that. Since that's setting your pace for the rest of the read, just start with safe exit assist. The 2019 model receives it and say it and then go through the rest of it. The other thing I was going to point out is on that last paragraph, your pacing word to word was better, but you're given those ellipses, even in the second paragraph, you're giving those ellipses way too much respect. It's becoming three separate. It sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up and obviously I'm exaggerating, but not by a whole lot. Don't give those ellipses quite so much love.
Okay.
I felt also that it went a little down on the engagement. It's like I didn't feel like you really cared about your audience that much. So see if you can ramp that up a little.
Okay. So more personal engagement, give yourself a lead in, and button up those ellipses. Go for it.
Safe exit assist. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer. Safe exit assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe exit assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. How was that?
Ellis, you go first, man. Come on.
So I liked this read a lot more, but right on the end, it feels almost like a hero sort of vibe you're going for, where it's like, and the doors remain locked. Like,
Ta-da!
I don't know. It just doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like you're talking to me. It sounds like you're talking at me.
Yeah, I would. I'd be fine with just retaking that last line after the last ellipses. I would also add the note that you're really hitting the "and" very hard, and most importantly, and I'd almost just downplay it to, and most importantly.
Yeah, I will tell you that the queen of corporate narration, Anne Ganguza, has often said the word "and" should never be the most important word you say. It should probably be the least important word you say. And Ellis, I completely agree. I was spot on with everything you were doing. I was loving it. And then you got to that last line and it became super duper salesy. And most importantly, you keep your car. I mean, it became like the I need cash now commercial.
877 cash now. Anyway, let's not infringe on anybody else's copyrights anymore. So why don't you just go ahead and our main focus is going to be that last line, but just go ahead and take the last paragraph leading up into it. So just from when the system detects to the end.
When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and, most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Now that was a different approach that I haven't heard from anybody else. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I would
Easily
cut
your
the
best.
whole last paragraph in. Yeah.
I will say, by the way, if I didn't point it out before, the previous take, your pacing, start to finish, was much better. And I feel like you kept it on that read of that last paragraph. So well done.
Yeah. That last paragraph would have fit in perfectly with your last read, which was just solid all around. So good on you. No, that was a really solid take. All right,
Thank you.
Nathan, you're up. Go for it.
All right. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer: Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert. What is happening to me tonight? Okay. From the top. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer: Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think?
On the second take, the first sentence felt a little salesy, but all in all, I liked it.
A couple
Anybody
notes from me. First, I'd recommend highlighting temporarily a little more. So this feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened. Maybe not that much, but highlight it a little bit. And also the overall vibe, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's like I was hearing a hint of eye rolling through it. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature. Obviously not that bad, but there was a little bit of that.
I actually felt kind of the same. I felt like it was a very detached read. I will also say your reset of your first sentence was, for me at least, actually better than your initial first sentence, because your initial, you hit first really, really hard. You billboarded it, and a first for the and I was like, that's more salesy than presentation-y. But the second paragraph, even in your reset, got really sing-songy. It was prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, and it was just like it looked like a echocardiogram.
Character actor Nathan was trying to come out. Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer: Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. How was that one? Did you get it all?
I liked it a lot better. My one teeny tiny niche is don't take a breath after child lock feature.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I felt like
Okay.
kind of what Leonard was saying in the last one. You knew you're the smartest guy in the room, but you also felt like the rest of the people in the room were oxygen thieves. This one, you felt it felt to me more like you were treating them as colleagues, like we're all in this together instead of, all right, morons, listen up. But yeah, that breath after child lock feature gave it made it all one thing. Child lock feature as one thing, but it gave it its own standing that it doesn't need.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with just a retake of that one line.
Okay. Safe exit assist works when the child lock feature has been activated.
You got rid of the breath, but you also got rid of the giving a shit about the feature.
Okay. Safe exit assist works when the child lock feature has been activated.
I actually like the previous one better. That one sounded like you were like kind of copying an attitude.
He sounded more invested to me, but I certainly could see that side of it too.
So
Split the difference, Nathan.
What's the character you're going for, Nathan?
I'm going for that corporate guy. I'm trying to be to work a Michael Montez there. Hey, it's your chocolate, dude.
I would say focus more on the character. Like,
Okay.
let's go ahead and open up that character a little bit more. You installed this feature, and you have been rear-ended enough times to know how much this can help. For whatever reason, that's just something that happens to you whenever you buy a new car. You can't have one without a back bumper that hasn't been dinged within the first month of you buying it. So
Yeah.
it's happened enough, and now you have kids that you're worried about, that you had this feature installed. So let's see if we can't bring that personal touch to it this time. So go ahead and go with that character.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. What did everybody think of that one? Do you think that character worked better or not?
It felt like you were ending a lot of things on down notes.
I feel like you had the understanding and compassion piece of a parent worried about children in the back seat, but it softened it to the point where I didn't believe you had anything to do with this. Like, don't forget that, like, maybe you're the hell with installing it. You designed this thing because you have been that guy that's been in enough wrecks and gotten dinged in the bumper enough times that you were like, I got to come up with something to fix this crap because somebody else's kids are going to get in more danger than mine.
Okay.
So it's your baby, you're proud of it, but you're not selling it. It's just your baby and you're proud of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that particular character didn't work out, so let's try that one. Go for it.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passenger. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. You didn't pluralize passengers. You see, you singularized it. You said passenger. And there was something kind of funky about the doors remain locked. It felt a little salesy or a little charactery.
Okay.
And I will also say I liked that read a little better than the last one, but I heard exactly what Leonard was talking about. Even when the doors are unlocked, going down. When the child lock feature has been activated, going down. Most importantly, the doors remain locked. Salesy and going down.
Yeah, even when the doors are unlocked, I would go up on that one. But we're getting really nitpicky here.
All right, one last go. Just the last
Okay.
try. If this makes it cool, if not, we're moving on. Go for it.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
I don't know about anybody else, but that was a solid read. And I love that you physicated that middle phrase, that a warning popped, like I saw you do it. And I was like, I can hear that in your voice when you physicated where that warning pops.
Yeah.
That was solid.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing, and you know, on top of the fine-tuned great direction I got from you guys is my head's like, Nathan, you're a motion person. You move when you speak. Move. And that, you know.
Yeah, there's magic in physicating and using your body to act things out.
I know some
and it
people can
worked.
do this narration thing and not ever move a single muscle, not even twitch an eyelash. I can't. It doesn't work for me if I don't move. All right, moving
Acting
on.
is motion, man. It's called voice acting, not voice talking.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right.
And I am an actor, definitely.
Aaron, you are up. You came back just in time too.
Yes. Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center, and importantly, the doors remain locked.
I think I can safely say that was too quick. Slow it down. Does anybody else have any other feedback? I'm opening it up. What do you all think?
To me, you were over enunciating a little bit in the beginning, and I did think it got a little better as it went on, but especially in the beginning, especially for and a first for the manufacturer. And I feel like especially on manufacturer, you were saying manufacturer, and you know, I realize that I'm gonna say it's not necessary. I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't do it or you should, but it's not necessary. You can get away with saying manufacturer.
Yeah, the note I wrote down here too was that it was over enunciated. Especially be careful of the T's. So instead of saying 2019, go 2019, or center cluster, it's center cluster. Like, drop the T's.
It's called muddying up your read. I wondered if that was a natural reaction, that enunciation was a natural reaction to your pace. Like maybe if you kind of shrugged one shoulder and slowed it down a little bit, that might muddy up the read enough on its own. But I also feel like that last paragraph, I wasn't sure you knew where you were trying to go when you started it. And then when you had a couple of stumbles and you had to reset, that seemed to throw you off even more.
Yeah, again, like I said, feel free to take whatever section might throw you off really, really slowly, and then just go back and retake the thing. It's totally fine. Again, and it still happens with me at times too. Whenever you mess up or whenever you happen to stumble, or even for random reasons, like it's just uncontrollable, that's fine. That's expected. That's going to happen. That's why we have sound editing. So don't let it trip you up too much. Don't let it hold you back. Don't be too flustered. Just know that everybody here expects you to mess up once or twice or 3 times or more throughout the reads. It's completely fine and it's totally normal. So go ahead, give us another read. Slow it down. Just be real conversational and slow about that read. Go for it.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers, a warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
So with that read, you started at a really, really good pace, but you started speeding up as you went along. It picked up in pace. So again, we're looking for an even pace all throughout. The way that I like to imagine it is imagine each word is a footstep and just walk through the scene. Just walk each word. I know that's not necessarily going to work for everybody, but that's the only tip or piece of advice that I could give. I really hate trying to give advice without giving some way of potentially reaching that advice and executing it. But anyway, what did everybody else think?
If it helps to identify where you're starting to pick up the pace, it's between paragraphs. You went, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe exit is like, whoa. Remember that you're presenting this to people that even though they're probably just as smart as you and understand that they need to take this all in, they at least need a chance to process the paragraph you just read. Give them a beat before you jump into the next sentence, even to the point where if you need to, give yourself a 1-2 count, right? Even when the doors are unlocked. 1, 2. Safe exit assist works when the child lock feature, because even if you count out loud, you can always cut those or just give, cut and paste a room silence over it.
I will say that you did a good job of muddying up the hard T's. So good job on that.
Thank you.
So what do you think? Just the last paragraph, maybe? Last 2?
I'd give the whole thing a go and just slow it down a bit.
Okay. So from the top, Aaron, go for it.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers, a warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up. What does everybody think?
I felt like 1 and 2 were better. Pacing was even in paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. And then you charged right into that third line and kind of paced the rest of it out. So started off better and held it more consistently for longer, but still wound up going too fast by the end. And I think where where you keep hitting that same stumble. And when the system detects an approach, it's because you're going so fast that you're tripping over your own tongue.
Anybody else? I feel like I'm turning purple. This camera's so weird. Anyway. No, I would totally agree with that. I think that's right on the money. So one last take. You've got this, Aaron. We believe.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Yeah, much more evenly paced this time.
That was better.
End to end. Much more solid read. Anybody else have any other feedback?
Well, watch out for the hard T's and the over enunciation, but I won't make you repeat it.
Yeah, I think enough improvement has been made from first read to this one. You had a similar tone in the first part of that last paragraph and the first phrase to the comma and the second phrase. But again, that's a nit to pick. I think the pacing and the overall read was much cleaner.
Definitely very solid. All right, moving right along. Leonard, you're up. Go for it.
The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up. Jake.
Damn, Leonard, I really like that one, man. That I was very happy with that. I can find you a nit to pick if you need me to, but that was pretty good.
Well, I mean, go ahead. If you don't want me to do another read, I'm okay with that. But I'm still like
no. I mean, we're here to practice. You know, one shot doesn't give you much practice. Probably the biggest thing that stood out to me was your last paragraph where you started into it sounded a little, your character wasn't quite as consistent as it was through the first three. Through the first three, I got that, number one, that you know what everybody else needs to know about this, and number two, that it matters to you that they learn it. And then in that last one, it started to matter more that they learned it and less that you were the one in charge. It got just a little bit salesy.
Okay.
So inconsistent on the tone? Okay. Well, then choose one. Go for it.
But again, minor inconsistency.
Okay, well, we'll give it another read and see if you can get to hate it more. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. How was that? Did he hit it? Okay.
Guess so.
I mean, I
think.
don't know if anybody else has got anything. I was good with it.
I think
Wong said he liked the first one better.
Well, you can have the first one.
So it shows what I know.
Well, no, again, everybody's going to have a slightly different, a slightly different take on things, and that's totally fine. I think the most important part would be trying to solidify exactly what it is that was good or bad, or what you liked more or less about it, because the more you're able to focus in on those little details, the easier it is going to be when you're on your own to focus in on those little details. So whether you liked it, whether you didn't, whatever the case may be, my challenge to you would be to really figure out why. What is it? How would you boil that down into words? Because then you can apply that to your own reads. Personally, I thought the tone was really consistent. Like that's my main thing when I'm looking or when I'm listening to corporate narration is consistency in the tone. I want to hear it, I want to hear you make a choice on how to deliver it and deliver it that way from beginning to end. But yeah, I thought that you definitely made conscious decisions on what you wanted to do and stuck with them, or really even unconscious decisions. Wherever the decision was made, you made it and you stuck with it. That's the most important part. So anyway, moving right along. Wong, you are up.
Woo. Let's do this. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think?
I would like to vary up the melody a little more. And much of it sounded really monotone, like
I'd like to hear it a little more confident. To me, it sounded a little bit unsure, like you were trying to sort of play both sides of the game, so to speak. I feel like you could afford to be a little more in the moment, a little more in the presentation.
relaxed but confident.
All right. Give us another read. Go for it.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay. So was that more confident this time around? How did that sound? What do y'all think?
I definitely felt it a little more. I like this one a little better.
Okay.
On both reads, you gave 2019, and I would muddy that up to 2019.
Okay, but everything else was solid?
For now. And I'm sure we can find more nits to pick, but
well, then let's just go ahead and get that just the first sentence. So Juan, go ahead and take the first sentence for us.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist.
Yeah, I
Just give
guess
me
they'll-
2019 without a T.
Yeah, 2020.
2019.
Yeah, 2019. There you go. Just like that. Just like that. We're going to want to muddy it up. That's all.
2019.
Yep. So go
okay.
ahead and give us the first sentence.
God. The 2019 the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist.
That
Feels
was
unnatural,
not engaging. That sounded like you were just plowing through it because we were making you read it again.
Oh my God. Ah.
So you feeling uncomfortable right now a little bit, Wong?
Yeah, a bit, but
you know what?
Just
That's
okay.
okay. That is totally okay. Because the more you feel uncomfortable, the easier it's going to be to get back into it. So we want you to muddy it up. We want the 2019 because the reason for it is so that it sounds just more natural. That's what we're going for, is just to make it sound like somebody who's communicating the information just like they know it. So the 2019 model, just like the 2019 model, same music, muddy it up just a little bit more. So I'm going to put you on the spot one last time to give us one whole take. Go for it, top to bottom. This will be the last take, though.
Wait, everything?
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
from the top all the way through.
Okay. The 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer, Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Were you nervous?
Maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, not as much, I hope.
Okay. Because it sounded like you were. You had some pitch assignments in weird places, but 2019 sounded great. And I think overall your pacing was much more natural feeling. It was a very easy read to listen to. So yeah, even though the whole 2019 thing might have pushed you a little bit farther out of your comfort zone than you were used to, getting back into the read, it came together a little bit more after doing that. So congratulations, you gave yourself a little bit of a pattern break. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Since Dan is not here, we're moving on to Vincent. Vincent, go ahead and give us a read.
Okay. The 2019 model received another advanced safety feature, and a first for the manufacturer's Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects a approaching rearward object, it sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think?
So this, I'm not sure if it was a connection thing or not, but on the first paragraph, I noticed you could maybe show a little more respect to that ellipses, but like only a little bit. I liked most of it. It just was a little bit too fast at the beginning. Okay. But again, that might have been a connection issue. I'm not
There
sure
was
if
a-
anyone else heard that.
There was a little bit of a connection issue. I did catch that myself.
I would say watch out for ending things on down notes. So it's like another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Child lock feature has been activated. So, and some of those on up notes. vary it up a bit.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It felt a
All right.
little too serious all throughout. So go ahead and give us another read.
Okay. The 2019 model received another advanced safety feature, made first for the manufacturer's Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. The system detects approaching rearward objects. It sounds an alert for passengers. The warning pops up on the driver's center cluster, and most importantly, the doors remain locked.
Unfortunately, you didn't really change up much from your last read. There was one place where you added an up note, but for the most part, it was still the same read as your previous take. What we want to hear a little bit more of is your own personal connection to it. We want to this has to sound a little bit more, personable, a little natural, a little bit, from the heart
Personal.
almost, because your
Okay.
character is somebody who's not just connected to it. You help design this thing. You help make it. You've seen the kind
Oh.
of things that damage can do. That this kind of damage can do to cars and to the people in those cars. And you want to try to tell people about what it does and what it can do for you. So
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Like I'm the one who made this vehicle.
yeah, you're the one who made this specific safety feature.
Okay.
So
Okay.
since you're the designer of the safety feature, tell us about it. Tell us why it's
And I'm-
important.
And I'm very excited to tell her what it can do.
You're not super excited. This isn't like a sales pitch or anything like that. This is you talking very sincerely about what it can do.
Oh, okay. To give it another shot.
Yes, go for it.
Up note. Okay. Sounds so like I want to tell you about my new feature, a new Jeep Cherokee. Okay. Hey, Michael, the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature, and it's first for the manufacturer Safe Exit Assist. This feature temporarily prevents doors from being opened when another vehicle is approaching from behind, even when the doors are unlocked. Safe Exit Assist works when the child lock feature has been activated. When the system detects an approaching rearward object, sounds an alert for passengers. A warning pops up on the driver's center cluster. And most importantly, doors remain locked.
Okay, that one was more connected. You had a more of a character in that read for sure. We're gonna have to end it here real soon because we're just about at the hour. But if you were to give us another take, I would say there are certain specific places that we want to break up some ideas and certain specific things that we want to do. So like, for instance, at the very beginning, the 2019 model receives another advanced safety feature. So that is an idea. You bracket that off, another advanced safety feature and a first for the manufacturer. That goes all together. You kind of broke that up a little bit. So
Okay.
it's just little things like that. But overall, this time had a lot more character and a lot more personal connection to it. So now that we've kind of reached the end of the hour, we've reached the end of the recorded portion of the mic check. Nathan, take it away, my man.
All right, guys, subscribe. I don't have my little pillow in here tonight to hold up and say subscribe. So just subscribe. Okay. Anyway, subscribe. And even better than that, join us. We are having so much fun. And hey, we still got room for more. Lots of room. So come on and join us. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are out there. And hey, we're in here every Monday night. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Join us every Monday for free script practice. You can also find the mic check on Facebook and Twitter. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.